Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Taylor. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. You can also turn on the bell notifications so that you get notified when I do post new videos. So today I'm finally doing my full face of first impressions. I was so excited to finally film this video because I've had all these products sitting aside for the last 2 weeks, not touching them, because I was waiting to film this video and use them, and they were all products that I'm so super excited to use. I just wanted to note quickly, I'm refilming the intro and the outro right now because I needed to refilm them. And when I filmed the original video, it was during the day, and I'm filming this really late at night right now. So one, my makeup's not looking as good as it once did, and two, I'm super tired. My hair's a mess. I'm wearing a hoodie. I can't be bothered. I'm too tired. So I just wanted to note that. But I needed to get this refilmed tonight because I did not want to have to redo this entire look. So yeah, I also have some big news. Two really big things. First of all, so I got a puppy. Actually, me and my grandma, we both got her, and I'm in love. She is a Shih Tzu Pomeranian. She's 11 weeks old. She is so tiny and so cute. She's pure white and just a little fluff ball. We just got her yesterday, which the day I'm filming this is Sunday the 19th. So we got her yesterday, Saturday the 18th. So yeah, we've only had her for 2 days and I love her so much. Look at her. I'm so happy. She is amazing. The most well-behaved little dog. The biggest concern for us having a dog was that we live in an apartment, and we were worried that we would get a dog that was going to be really loud and bark and whine all the time when we're not always home with them. And being that we're in an apartment, we didn't want to get complaints and stuff, so we were worried about that. But she has not barked or whined once in these last 2 days. She's been so quiet. So yeah, I had to introduce her. We named her Lacey, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first big thing. My second big announcement is that I am going to be doing my first ever giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited to do that. I was originally going to do it when I hit 500, but my channel's been growing so much lately, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody because it's just mind-blowing how fast my channel just started growing. And so as a thank you, I wanted to give back. I decided to wait till 1,000 because if I wait till then I can make the giveaway even bigger than I was originally going to, because I have a little bit more time to plan it out. So yeah, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. You guys can help me hit 1,000 by sharing my videos or my channel to your friends or whoever, letting people know about me, getting them to subscribe. And yeah, once I hit that, then I'll be doing a video, and I'm so excited. I love giving back. I love giving gifts. I love picking out gifts. And so yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time. And one more thing that I wanted to quickly note. In this video, I did briefly go over, I did kind of talk about everything once I used it, what my first impressions on it were. I will be doing a full haul update in probably a couple weeks. I still have some things that I need to test out some more. I'm probably going to make it into 2 parts, but in those videos, I will go more in depth with everything that I showed in my VIB sale haul. So if you want to see more in-depth opinions on things, then just make sure that you are subscribed so that you will see when I post that video. Yeah, I think that is everything. We're just gonna hop right into the video now. My hair looks like a mess right now because I just showered and it's still drying, so we're gonna ignore that. But I'm first gonna go in using this Bite Beauty Agave Sugar Lip Scrub. It definitely wasn't an intense exfoliator, but I don't see any dry skin and my lips feel pretty nice, so I would say it did a good job. And then I'm going to put on the Bite Agave Lip Mask just to hydrate my lips while I do my makeup. So first thing I'm going to be doing is brows, and I'm very excited. I'm finally going to be using the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder, and mine is in the shade 5. In case you didn't already know, all of the products that I'm using in this video were all hauled, and if you have not seen that haul, I will link it down below. It was my big VIB sale haul. So yeah, I'll have that down below. So this is just a brow powder, and that's what it looks like. I also got a request to do a brow routine, which I already have one, but I used to do my brows really thick and I hate them. I hate how I used to do them. I do them differently now, so if you want to see an updated brow routine, you can just let me know down in the comments or give this video a like and I'll do that. I'm just going to be kind of quickly going through my brows today because I don't want to spend too much time on them. I don't think I'm going to use this little sponge brush that it comes with just because I already have a brush I like, but it actually comes with a little spoolie too, which I think is awesome. But I'm just going to use my spoolie and just comb through my brows. I'm going to start off by going in with the darker shade on the right side. And I just start tracing. And now I'm gonna go ahead and carve them out with concealer, which will really just help define them. So that's my brows done for now. I would say the powder itself is good. I would say it's a standard powder. The color matches me really well. I like the fact that you get two different colors in here so you can kind of create an ombre. The only thing about a brow powder is if you have a lot of sparse areas that you need to fill in, brow powder does not do a very good job of that because it doesn't have like hair to stick to. And I do have some sparse areas, so those definitely are showing up a lot lighter than the areas that have a lot of hair. So that's the only thing about brow powders. They also don't last as long. They smudge a lot easier. I would say the overall look, it looks good. I would say it's pretty easy to use. So yeah, overall I think it's a good powder. I'm gonna move on to eyes now because that's just kind of how I do my routine. The primer I'm gonna be using today for my eyes is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the original. I have not yet used this, but I have tried out samples in the past and I know that I liked the primer. So it looks like it has a little bit of color to it, but once you kind of rub it into the eye, it doesn't cover up a lot. I would say it kind of evens out the color a little bit, but this is definitely not going to be the primer for someone who wants to cancel out any redness or veins or anything that's on their eyes. If you're wanting something that really is like full coverage on the eyes but also does a really good job of priming, I definitely recommend MAC. One of their paint palettes, either Soft Ochre or Painterly, they do a really good job of covering everything on the eye and my eyeshadow never creases. So of course, the palette that I'm going to be using today is the Tarte Tartelette Toasted. I have been waiting for this video to use this palette and it's been very hard, but I'm so excited. It's beautiful. So here are all the shades. I have not yet used this. I've just swatched a few of them. Very exciting. I'm going in with this shade up here called S'more, which is just like a cream white shade. I always use this type of shade or just a regular powder to set my primer because if you don't set it, it will, like all the eyeshadows that you apply are going to stick and they're not going to blend well. So by setting it, it's kind of like the same thing as foundation. You put your foundation on and then you put your powder on before you put any other powder products on. So I bring this right up to my brow bone just to set everything. Also set that concealer that I use to carve my brow out. Next I'm going in with this shade here called Cashmere. I'm going to be using this as my transition color. So yeah, it's a very light peachy shade, but it's a really perfect initial transition color. Kind of reminds me of Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. Next I'm going in with this shade here called Warmth. I'm going to start this in the outer corner and get the most product there, and then I'll work this more into the inner corner. I think I'm going to bring a little bit of Latte, which is this shade right there, and I'm going to put just a little bit of that into my crease. Next I'm going in with this shade right here called Cozy. This is kind of like a deep reddish brown, and I'm going to be packing this on the outer corner. I'm going to take the shade Fireside right here, which is like a really deep plum. I'm going to take this on a small detailed brush and just kind of pack that on the outer corner. For the lid color, I'm actually going to go into the Colourpop Golden State of Mind palette. I've used a couple shades out of here, but not a whole lot, so I really wanted to use this on camera. So I think I'm going to go in with this bottom middle shade right here. I always wet my brush when I use a metallic eyeshadow. It just makes the eyeshadow pop so much more, and it's just so much easier to work with. So I would probably recommend that to get the most pigmentation out of it. So that is pretty much it for the eyeshadow. I love this palette. It totally lived up to my expectations. This is how I would have wanted the quality of the Huda Beauty palette to be like. If you haven't seen that review and you want to see what I'm talking about, I will have that down below. But yeah, this is amazing. This is definitely as good of quality as the Tarte Bloom, which I love. I didn't use any of the metallics in this palette today because I wanted to try out that Colourpop palette, but just from the swatches, they look beautiful, and I guarantee I'm gonna love them. All of the mattes that I used were amazing. They blended out really easily. They were all super pigmented. They did have some kick up in the pan, as well as that purple shade had a bit of fallout on this side. But for me, those things don't matter as long as the quality of the shadows is good. If the quality is good, then I'll just live with those. They don't bother me. So yeah, really love this. Highly recommend. As for the Colourpop State of Mind, I love this palette too. It is so beautiful. There's so many beautiful metallic shades in here with a lot of different finishes and unique colors in here. The one I use, it definitely had a little bit of kick up in the pan as well, and I would definitely recommend using these with a wet brush. You just kind of spray your brush with some setting spray, and the quality of these is just 10 times better. You can see it goes on super intense and pigmented, so that's what I recommend with these. But overall, I love this palette too. So both palettes were a definite hit. So next I'm going to be going in with lashes. The ones I'm using are the Huda Beauty Samantha, which just look like that. They're very like wispy, and yeah, I'm excited. Okay. The lashes are on. They're actually a lot more natural looking than I was expecting, and I actually like them a lot more than I thought I was going to, because it's not really my type of style. I'm moving on to primer now, so I'm going to be trying out the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I've actually heard some good things about this, especially for people with dry skin, so I'm very excited to test this out. I definitely feel like it has like a very soft purple tint. It looks really pretty. It feels like it's going to be a good primer for dry skin, and it has a very slight tackiness to it. So for foundation, I'm finally trying out the Diorskin Forever Foundation. I got mine in the shade 010, which is the lightest one they have, but it's actually too dark for me. Can you see? I swatched it on my neck and there's like a stripe. So yeah, it's too dark for me. So I'm going to be mixing in the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation. This is the white one, so that this can help lighten it. I'm also going to be testing this out with a new sponge today. This is the e.l.f. sponge. I just wanted to try something new. I'm a little bit scared because it's pretty hard compared to my Real Techniques or my Morphe one that I always use, but I'm going to try this out. I'm going to do the other side of my face with my Morphe sponge though, just so I can see if this sponge, like, see if there's a difference in how it applies. First, I wanted to talk about the foundation. I think it's nice. It's not full coverage because it did not cover everything but it definitely has more coverage than a medium coverage foundation, so it's kind of like in between medium and full, at least for me. I think it looks nice, there's nothing wrong with it, but honestly it just doesn't compare to my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which I've been in love with. It's so full coverage, it makes my skin look flawless. But right off the bat, I'm not seeing a difference using this $64 foundation compared to like my Maybelline Fit Me, for example. I'm just not seeing that huge difference right off the bat. I'm definitely gonna have to try this out more. I'm gonna have to try it with all the products on and see how long it wears. But right off the bat, it's not really looking like anything special to me. Now the sponge was actually like good. It actually did a decent job of blending everything out. I did use this side with this sponge and this side with my Morphe sponge, just to see if this sponge was going to soak up more product or give less coverage. I would say the coverage was both the same, but this sponge is so hard that I just don't like using it. It's just not enjoyable to use. It's really, really hard, and I feel like I'm pounding my face. I'm not a fan of this sponge. It's just too hard compared to the Morphe or the Real Techniques, so yeah, not enjoying that. So next I'm going in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. Now I got this in the shade Light 1 Neutral. I think it's a little too light for my skin, but I'm gonna just try it out and we'll see. I might just have a really, really highlighted under eye today, or I might have to mix in another concealer. And I am going to be using my Morphe sponge because I really just don't like that e.l.f. one. Yeah, it's very light. I would say the concealer itself is really nice though. It's really good coverage and it looks really nice on the skin. So I'm actually going to be cream contouring today, which I never really do, but I have the Tarte Pro Glow palette and they actually have a cream contour in here. This is the shade. And I thought I would try that out for this video. I also have a new brush to try out with it, and this is the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. The product itself I really, really like. It's definitely a really good cream contour shade for fair skin. It has the perfect undertone for me. It's not warm at all. It definitely has more of a neutral undertone and I think it looks really nice. It's very creamy and very easy to blend. This brush is also really, really good. It makes the product blend out really easily. What I really like about this is how small it is so that you can keep it really precisely in the contours of your cheek. So next I'm going to be setting everything. I'm going to be using the Cover FX matte setting powder. I'm very excited to use this because I've heard such good things. And then I'm going to take some of it just on a very loose brush and just kind of lightly set the rest of my face with it. Okay, so my face is set. Looking at this powder up close, my skin actually looks really nice. The powder and the foundation together and the concealer and everything looks really good. My face looks pretty flawless and matte. Nothing looks really dry or powdery anything. So far, liking this powder. Next, I'm going to bronze. And I'm finally going to be using the Becca bronzer in Capri Coast. I've been waiting very patiently to try out this bronzer, and I'm also going to be trying it out with the Benefit Hoola Bronzing and Contouring Brush, which I'm also very, very excited about. So I'm really liking that bronzer. It definitely warmed up my skin a lot. Now when you actually look at the bronzer in the pan, originally it has a bit of like this shimmer look to it, but I definitely don't see any of that translating on the skin. At the most, it may have a bit of a sheen, but I'm not really noticing it much in this lighting. So yeah, if you see that shimmer and it scares you, don't worry. It really doesn't actually show up on the skin. I think it's just kind of like a sprayed overlay. This brush I really like. It's nice and loose how I like it. It applied the product really well. It's like the perfect shape because it gets it right in the contour area. So I really like this brush. And for blush, I'm going in with Tarte Exposed. It's a very pretty blush. It is a pretty pigmented, but it's not too pigmented, so it's easy to go in light-handed and not get like a clown face, which I really like. I don't like a blush that's like highly pigmented because then it can be really hard to blend it out and make it look nice and natural. And then for highlighter, I have used this, but I really wanted to use it in a video. This is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. Here it is, super beautiful. I'm going to be mixing these two shades here, and you'll see this isn't like a blinding metallic highlight. It's more of like a really intense glow. And then I'm going to take it down my nose as well. I'm going to quickly do the lower lash line. I'm just going to start off with Warmth and just kind of smudge that from the outer corner to the inner corner. And then I'm going to go in with Cozy and just kind of deepen up the outer half. I'm going to put a very little bit of Fireside in the very outer corner. I'm going to apply some black liner to my waterline as well as put on some mascara, and then I'll be right back. So next is lips. The lip product I'm going to be using is the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in the shade Crush. I've tried the formula before and I love the formula, but I have not tried this shade. This is part of her newer nude releases. And then I'm going to go over it with the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in Sugar Sugar because I just really want to try out this lip gloss. And it's like a beautiful nude with gold shimmer in it. I'm not a big lip gloss person, but I really like this combination together. I think it's beautiful and it really suits the eyes. Lastly, I'm going to be setting the face with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. As this is setting, it definitely gave a glow to my face. So yeah, that is the finished look. I'm gonna quickly change, fix up my hair, and I'll be right back. So that is the complete look. I really like it. This is a really good everyday kind of look for me. Overall, I think it turned out really good. There wasn't any products that I completely like hated right off the bat. There was some that I was more in love with than others, but some things I just need to test out a little bit more. So yeah, this video went really well. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then don't forget to like this video. And if you haven't already and you do want to, you can also subscribe. It's just right down below. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.